Hello and welcome to Janette's TV and Janette's TV podcast. I'm your host, Janette Burke, live on the red carpet for day 2 of the Canadian Screen Actors Awards. This time we're focusing on cinematic and television series. We're going to be seeing Ryan Reynolds, Catherine O'Hara, and many more stars. And if you haven't already done so, please click the link below to subscribe to our YouTube channel. I also want to remind you that you can support us by buying these incredible t-shirts and sweatshirts with either the JTB tagline and logo or an inspirational saying made by me and a previous guest in a previous episode. The choice is yours. All you have to do is choose your color, your size, and whether you want the logo and the tagline or the inspirational saying. It'll all be sent to you conveniently straight to your front door and include shipping and handling. Now, before we get on with today's episode, we're going to have a word from our sponsor, so please stay with us. Hey, I'm Janette Burke from Janette's TV and Janette's TV podcast, back at the red carpets at the Canadian Screen Actors Award, where I have to be dressed. So, thank you to Sachet Boutique in the heart of Thornhill at Yonge and Centre for another amazing outfit that has helped me stand out. If you have a special event coming on and you want to stand out, go visit Sheba. She will help you with her incredible collection of beautiful designer gowns and cocktail dresses from all the best European designs at very affordable prices.
Sarah Drew, and I am nominated for lead performer in the TV movie category for my movie Stolen by Their Father.
Wow, Stolen by Their Father. So this is obviously a story of a woman who's losing her children to the ex or the husband, right?
Yes, it's a harrowing true story about a woman whose abusive ex-husband, kidnaps her kids on his first unsupervised visit with them, and he takes them to Greece. He's from Greece, and she has to fly to Greece and hunt them down and hire a private investigator, and then once she finds them, realizes that she has to actually fight for custody in the Greek system, which is not so kind to people from out of the country.
And unfortunately, this situation happens a lot, not just in Greece,
Yep.
in Canada and different provinces. And playing that kind of role, what did you learn about it? What did you learn about the courts and how they work and how a woman can fight for her children?
Yeah, I mean, I learned that it happens more often than not. I mean, just like what you said, I wasn't aware that this was a thing that happens as often as it does. In fact, we were in a court scene where I'm fighting in the Greek court for my children, and I have this whole monologue and I have to break down. And one of our background artists stood up and was saying, this is like deja vu. I went through the same system, but I lost. And I didn't get my kids at the end. But I thank you for telling this story to just shine light on the reality of this problem.
And in some courts, it is true because they favor the father, not the mother.
Yeah, in some places, certainly at that specific time in Greece, it was much more patriarchal than it is now. I think they've shifted a lot since then, but this was, I think, in the 90s. And so it was a very different system. He bribed people and he got people to vote in his favor.
And that's often one of the biggest challenges for women in the court system too, is the resources. They don't have the resources.
Yeah, exactly. I know. Yeah.
So what advice would you give somebody who was going through this?
I think the thing that kept Lizbeth going is that she was relentless in her hope. She would not take no for an answer. She was just like, I will do whatever it takes. And at the end of the day, she actually had to sneak her kids out of the country. So she ended up breaking the Greek law to get her kids back because she wasn't going to let this abusive man hurt her children for the rest of her life, for the rest of their lives. So I would say that hope, that thing that she clung on to, is the thing that kept her going.
And often that's the way it is. We have some very strong, powerful women with some great stories and some great messages we have to learn from. Thank you for portraying one of them.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you for stopping by.
Absolutely. Thank you. Have a good one.
And I congratulate you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for being with us today on Janette's TV and Janette's TV podcast. I'm your host, Janette Burke, signing off. Please remember to like, comment, and share all our posts with your family and friends. You will find us everywhere on the streaming side, Facebook, LinkedIn, Pinterest, YouTube, Vimeo, Instagram, and the list goes on. On the podcast audio side, you will find us on iHeartRadio, Apple, Anchor, Buzzsprout, BuzzFeed, and so many more. For a complete list of where to watch and listen to us, please check the link in the show notes below. And until next time, continue to be fabulous.